Hi, welcome back everyone to the channel, and today I'll be talking about how to transition into project management from a medical background. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ronald and I talk about everything healthcare, alternative careers and all of that. So if that's the kind of content you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel and share this channel. And to returning viewers and subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around and helping us do the great work we're doing here. So what's project management? So project management is one of those alternative careers you can look to get into if you're looking for something else to do outside the hospital. It could be full-time, it could be part-time. So I'll be talking about what it is, what the job description looks like, what the salary is, career outlook, global demands, and some of the skill sets and certifications you will need to excel in the project management space. So you just want to stick around to the end of this video. So by way of introduction, what's project management? So project management is just basically the application of skills, knowledge, tools, and techniques to meet project requirements and achieve specific goals. So it basically involves a lot of planning, executing, and closing projects efficiently and effectively. Now you might wonder, what kind of projects do we do in the healthcare space? Yes, there are tons of projects that we do in the healthcare space. So I'll just talk about a few. So for example, it could be implementing an electronic medical record system. A hospital is using paper and they say, look, we want to go digital and they need to get in an electronic medical record system. That's a project on its own that needs to be managed by a project manager. Or they could have an existing system and they say, look, we've used this for 10 years, we've used it for 15 years, there are better versions out there. We need to upgrade this software or get in a new one. That's a project on its own. It could be even, quality improvement. They've found out issues in maybe operations or in the theater or whatever, and they need to turn around. So these are all types of mini projects, or they could be big. In fact, opening a new department, from resourcing, these are all projects in whatever ramifications you want to look at them. So these are some of the things that project managers do, especially in the healthcare space, because that's where I'm focusing on. Now, interestingly, there's a global demand for project managers, and according to PMI, their latest report or so, they said that we need about 2.3 million people in project management by the year 2030. So that tells you there is good demand. So it's an area to be in. And reason being, because most of the projects being done these days, they have increasing complexity, increasing size, and there is a need for efficient utilization of resources, both finance and human resources. Then people need to actually be there to ensure that the project is successful. Now, what does a project manager do himself? So his work is to ensure or oversee the entire project life cycle, right, from initiation to completion. So initiation means all the steps you do before you start the project, the scoping, the resourcing, stakeholder engagement, finance, all of those things. So basically they get to manage budgets, they coordinate the resources, they ensure whatever risk on the project, they mitigate those risks and ensure that basically they deliver the projects on time and on budget, while at the same time meeting stakeholder requirements and standards, quality standards, right? So sometimes projects overrun their timelines, or they'll probably have a need to get additional budgets and all of that. But that's a conversation for another day. But basically, we just want to deliver the project in time and on budget. So for you to excel in project management, you will need very strong leadership skills, very good and effective communication skills, very good organizational skills. And in addition to that, you also have to possess critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, ability to manage and motivate large members of the team, or either large or small, because you'll be working with teams really. So, and as healthcare professionals, or as a doctor, as a nurse, this is a skill you would have done over the years or picked and honed over the years in clinical practice that you can effectively move over into project management. Then another important skill set that you might need that will help you is the ability to pay attention to detail and also a high degree of adaptability and flexibility, because things change rapidly when you're executing projects. So you need to be able to adapt reflexively during those episodes, right? Then what certifications do you need? So certification sort of demonstrates a good proficiency in project management methodologies. There are lots of different methodologies. There's Agile, there's Scrum, there's Waterfall. You want to check that up. So, but basically the two major ones, so the other ones, you have the PMP, that's a project management professional. Then you have the Prince 2, So for those who are looking to work in the UK and some European countries, Prince 2 is usually the certification of choice, while in other areas, the PMP is certification of choice. So you want to take those ones and look them up and take them. They cost some money, but I mean, the return on investment is great. So these certifications tell whoever that is employed that yes, you actually know all of these things, the methodologies and how to deliver projects. But again, outside certifications, you need to build a portfolio, and that means you actually need to get your hands dirty in terms of doing this project themselves. You could volunteer, you could intern, you could work for a company that does projects, so that you're able to get hands-on skills really in doing this project. So I get this question a lot. So what are the career prospects and progression for people who get into project management? So you can become a senior program manager, you can become a program manager, you can even become a director of maybe project management or program delivery director, basically senior management roles really, and they offer good compensation. Then in terms of salary outlook, on the average, this depends on your skill set, it depends on your experience, and it depends on number of years you've and the type of projects you've handled. But typically, like in Nigeria, some project managers, like the experienced ones, you'll be looking at the salary of between maybe 3 million to 5 million annually. Then in the UK, you'll be looking at an average of 30,000 to 50,000 pounds annually. Then as your skill set and experience climbs up, you actually command more, 60k thereabouts. Then if you head into directors and all of that, you'll be looking at the 100k salary band, right? While in the US, you'll be looking at an average of 75,000 US dollars and 120,000 US dollars. So these are the salary ranges or expectations for people who get into project management, which is not really bad because you're doing something that is fun, that is interesting, and at the end of the project, you actually see the impact of what you've done. So basically, for me, in conclusion, transitioning into project management from a medical background can open up very great, exciting career opportunities. And with the right skills and certifications and determinations, you can actually make a very smooth transition and thrive in this rewarding field. A lot of persons have done it, they're enjoying what they do. And yes, you can too if you really want to transition. So that's all from me from today about project management. So stay tuned and subscribe to the station or the podcast or the channel for more interesting career options that you might want to explore. Until I see you in the next episode, I still remain your host, Dr. Ron, and bye for now.